Since the NFL has expanded to a 14-team playoff, only one team has made the playoffs after starting off 0-2. And that was last year's Cincinnati Bengals. So if you want the Titans to be 1-1 and have a much better shot of making the postseason, like today's video. What's going on, Titans fans? Welcome into Titans Today. On today's show, we are going to break down this Week 2 matchup between the LA Chargers and your Tennessee Titans. We're going to run through the injury reports for both sides, and then we are going to get into my 5 keys to victory for Mike Vrabel and company. But let's start with the injury report here, because surprise, surprise, Tennessee's got a long list of names, and what's new? Tyjae Spears with a groin injury was a full participant, so that's good to see. Treylon Burks was a full participant after having a non-injury related issue keep him off the field. DeAndre Hopkins did not practice with an ankle injury. That is something to monitor for sure. Dylan Radunz, full participant as he works his way back from an ACL injury. Teair Tart was limited. Christian Fulton was limited. Trey Avery, was a full participant. And then Amani Hooker, the starting safety, he is dealing with a concussion, and he did not practice as well. As for the Chargers injury reports, it's not quite as long as Tennessee's, but it packs a little bit more punch to it because Austin Ekeler and Joey Bosa are both on the injury report for LA. Now, neither guy practiced earlier this week, but it doesn't mean they cannot go on Sunday. But if these two guys are out on Sunday, that's going to make a world of difference for Mike Vrabel and the boys, and that will definitely tilt the scales in Tennessee's favor. So keep an eye on Ekeler and Bosa leading up to game time. Now, as for my 5 keys to victory here, key number 1, it's pretty simple. Score a freaking touchdown. It really helps to win a football game when you score a touchdown and you don't rely on your kicker 5 times. And this all starts with number 17, Ryan Tannehill, who threw 0 touchdowns last week. He threw 3 interceptions in one of his worst starts as a Tennessee Titan. So you need to see an improvement from Tannehill because the offense goes traditionally as the quarterback goes. And so if Tannehill is going to throw 3 picks and not punch it in when they get down to the red zone, you can expect a lot of similar outcomes and results. So in order for Tennessee to start turning things around here, Tannehill's got to turn things around, and they got to start scoring some TDs, baby. Now, predict the score for me. Titans, Chargers. Give me your best score prediction. I'm going to give you my score prediction at the end of the video, so stick around for that. You might be pleasantly surprised, or you might hate me and throw tomatoes at the screen, but either way, let me know what your score prediction is down below. Moving on to our second key to victory here. Abuse Justin Herbert. I know that's a bit graphic, but listen, Justin Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. We all know this. And in week 1 against the Dolphins, they fell short because Justin Herbert was constantly being harassed and pressured. The Dolphins sacked him 3 times in the win. They got to the quarterback. Vic Fangio had no problem dialing up some pressure and some blitzes. And I expect the same out of Tennessee because they've got the guys to do it, right? When you look at the Titans' front 5, they've got a lot of great and talented players. Harold Landry, Denico Autry, Teair Tart, Jeffrey Simmons, Arden Key are all fully capable of getting after the quarterback. There's not a big weakness of this front 5. Arden Key had an awesome game last week now against the New Orleans Saints. So a lot of good players. I want to see some more from these guys, and I want to see them get after the quarterback. Now, before we get to the rest of keys to victory for Tennessee, let me tell everyone about our proud sponsor today, which is Game Time. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you're going to be having. Now, a bunch of my friends from back my UT days went to the Tennessee-Virginia game in Nashville last week, and they were all asking the group chat, what's the best place to get tickets? And I was like, well, if you use the Game Time app and you download the app with the promo code TITANSCHAT, you can get $20 off tickets. So they all used that. They all got to Nissan Stadium with a good seat, and honestly, a very good seat because they were able to use Game Time's incredible features. They give you a bird's eye view of what your seat will look like before you even purchase your tickets. We can show you guys right now that you know where you're going to be sitting and what your view will be with the Game Time app. So if you want to go catch a college football game, an NFL game, a Preds game coming up, whatever it may be, plenty of concerts to see in Nashville, make sure you use Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code TitansChat for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but Titans Chat for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Moving on to my third key to victory for Tennessee. Clean up the red zone. It was disgusting. It was pitiful. They just got nothing going in the red zone. I mean, overall, the Tennessee Titans made 3 trips to the red zone last Sunday, and they came up over. I mean, they got some chip shot field goals, but they lost by 1 point. If they turn 3 points into 7 points, just one of those 3 red zone trips, Tennessee Titans are 1-0. So they did not have much of an issue of trying to get near the end zone and near the goal line. They just got to punch it in. They just got to finish off. I'm not asking all 3 drives. We'll take baby steps. Just one of those 3 drives, and Tennessee is 1-0 going into week 2. So this is a big area of focus. Mike Vrabel talked about this. There has to be an improvement in the red zone offense, and you got to score at least 1 touchdown. You cannot go to the red zone. You cannot work all week in practice, game plan, film, all this stuff to get there on Sunday, to drive down the field and come right to the hole and go, all right, we're just going to pick it up from here, actually. No, finish it off. Put it in. That's what she said. All right, moving on to our fourth key to victory, explosive plays. This kind of gets tied in with the 3 previous, well, minus the Herbert one key to victory. But let's get some big plays going, right? I'm talking about a big Derrick Henry run. Of course, we know what Tractor Cito is capable of, but usually this offense goes as Derrick Henry goes. So feed the king. I mean, last year he was second in rushing touchdowns across the league. Let's get some big Derrick Henry plays going. I felt like the Titans had him, unfortunately, or the Saints did a good job of containing Derrick Henry, minus a few big plays here and there, especially in the receiving department. But let's get some big plays going, right? Let's get DeAndre Hopkins and Treylon Burks involved. Let's get a big wow play. Let's get people off their seats in Nashville this Sunday against the Chargers. And my 5th and final key to victory here is stay the course. I have been saying on this channel for a few weeks now that I think this is a Titans team that a lot of people are sleeping on. It's a well-coached team, and it's got a lot of talent on this roster. Don't beat yourself. Do not turn it over 3 times, Ryan Tannehill, right? Limit the Chargers' run game. Austin Eckler doesn't look like he's going to be quite 100% in there. Don't let Eckler take over this game. Just stay to the game plan. There are a lot of teams that lose in week 1 that start smashing the panic button. Go look at the Chicago Bears, for example. I don't think the Titans need to smash the panic button. They just got to clean up the red zone. They just got to reduce the turnovers. And that's a winning team last week. You just got to tighten a couple knobs, and you are good to go. Like, is that enough knobs to tighten to go win a Super Bowl? I don't know about that, but it's enough knobs to at least keep yourself competitive in the AFC. So stay the course. I don't think we have to throw out the playbook and start from scratch and start firing people or anything crazy or anything drastic like that. This is a good team. Stick to the game plan. Just execute the game plan. Now, my score prediction for this game, I've got the Titans winning 19-16. I am smelling a game where everyone is just, oh, the Chargers are 0-1. Well, they got to win this week. Easy win in Tennessee. Not so fast. I think the Titans might actually surprise a lot of people this Sunday. I'm going to pick Tennessee to win by a field goal because in true Titans 2023 fashion, maybe they get a field goal in the red zone instead of a touchdown to walk it off. That's going to do it for us on today's show. If you enjoy our coverage here, consider subscribing. We're trying to grow the channel. We need people watching right now to subscribe to do that. So hit the sub button down below. Lock yourself in for Titans coverage all year long.